Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Nice to see you all. We are awaiting the arrival of the Chief Education Officer.
A bright future for every child.
Take a second to imagine, we can make it happen. Future for every child, children with a passion. Embrace every talent and help every student. You can stop imagining, make this a reality.
A brighter future for all the children. Let's rise together, let's make it happen.
Winners never quit, and quitters never win. Work hard, don't let dreams blow in the wind. I know we can reach victory, I know that we can win. And we gon' keep pushing until we reach the end, yeah, again.
A brighter future for all the children.
Yeah.
Let's rise together, let's make it happen.
Let's go again.
A brighter future for all the children.
Yeah.
Let's rise together, let's make it happen.
please remain standing for the prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Let's bow our heads for prayer. Almighty and gracious Heavenly Father, we do want to thank you for the blessings of another day. We want to thank you for the rest of the past night and for your traveling mercies that we have reached this facility in peace and in safety. We pray your blessings upon everything that is said and done here today. We want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for those who were inspirational in terms of presenting and conceptualizing this presentation and this effort today. So we pray, Heavenly Father, that you will bless the organizers, the chief, and members of the Ministry of Education, parents, students, and all the constituents in education who are gathered here today to be part of this presentation. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the gifts of designing, innovating, creating, and thinking. And as a result, you have brought us here today to participate in what have been designed and created, that we can indeed be blessed at what is presented today. So I pray your blessings be on the students as they present. May your Holy Spirit calm their nerves, and may they present with boldness and fearlessness as they present their products today. Heavenly Father, as we go through today, the remainder of this program, your blessings are also asked upon the equipment, that it works to the best that it can, that all who are not here, and even the recordings, will be done in such a way that they'll be done in a professional manner. Heavenly Father, as we go through the remainder of this program, may the Holy Spirit continue to tabernacle with us in a very special way, and at the end of this presentation and of today's program, we will all be able to say, it was good to be here today to be part of such a prestigious occasion. So bless us once again, continue to guide and direct us as we proceed, is my humble prayer, through Jesus Christ our Lord and Savior, and according to your will, is my prayer. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Henderson. You may be seated. Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw, Senior Education Officers and other ministry officials, representatives from primary sponsor, Export Barbados, partners in education, principals, teachers, parents, finalists and other supporting students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Think, design, create, innovate. The tagline of this project effectively encapsulates the 4 pillars which have guided the efforts of the Ministry of Education's Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge 2023-2024, which is sponsored by Export Barbados. Every action, word, idea, emotion that we can conceive of, think, or imagine begins in the mind and in our thoughts. Our mind and our thoughts are powerful tools from which spring new opportunities for life, growth, change, and development. The next step after the birth of an idea is to design that idea. What will this idea look like, smell, taste, or feel like? How will this idea take shape and engage our senses? How big or small or sustainable will this idea be? How will it impact others around us, our family, community, our nation, and indeed our world? At the stage of creation, our idea moves to life. It becomes tangible, or even if it is virtual, we can experience and experiment with it. It becomes our creation, and we tend to feel very proud of it at this stage because it is something we can see, smell, taste, touch, and engage with, something our own. Our final word in our tagline is extremely critical to the success of our idea. To innovate speaks of the inherent value in our idea creation. To innovate is, in fact, to bring a new or unexpected twist to our creation. Innovation allows us to bring our ideas to life in new and more meaningful ways, so that those ideas can, in fact, lead to positive, sustainable change capable of impacting our quality of life and that of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, students, welcome to the world of the Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge Finals, a place where ideas have met with design, creation, and innovation. This space is one where our students have led the way and where, like well-lit sparks, they will indeed continue to bloom and blossom and shine. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, I welcome all of you to what promises to be a most exciting and engaging session filled with great ideas, design creations, and innovations. I leave you with a few lines of a poem, which reminds us that after every idea, whether good or bad, lies the potential for recreation. It is entitled Lifespan of an Idea. There is a flame. It is an orange-red rose-petaled ember sitting on the edge of somewhere, flickering, illuminating ignorance, burning bright in newness till another snuffs it completely out, sending black smoke spiraling upwards into a haphazard oblivion until recreation comes. So again, welcome to this space of recreation and innovation. We are so glad to have you. I am your Master of Ceremonies. At this time, I invite our Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw, to give her individual welcome and give her some brief remarks. Dr. Bradshaw. Dr. Charles, you spoke about rebirth, and I felt as if I just went through a rebirth, going through the dark curtain, trying to find my way through to get here. Mr. Hutchinson, Senior Research Officer, Export Barbados, Senior Education Officers, and other ministry officials, partners in education at our tertiary institutions, specially invited guests, principals, teachers, parents, our esteemed students, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. Good morning. Steve Jobs, one of the greatest innovators of the 21st century, and the founder of Apple, said, and I quote, "Innovation is the ability to see change as an opportunity, not a threat," end of quote. The Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training is pleased to welcome you to the finals and awards ceremony of the Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge 2024. This initiative recognizes, like Steve Jobs, the value inherent in innovation. This challenge, which commenced at the beginning of Education Month last October, presents a pivotal opportunity for our students and teachers to engage with a transformative type of learning. Projects of this nature, while not entirely new, provide our students with the opportunity to develop and hone critical 21st century skills and competencies which are needed to navigate life today. And we speak about competencies such as critical thinking, collaboration, communication, collectively problem solving, and creativity. Working together collaboratively and under the guidance of their teachers, students were given the opportunity to think critically about a real-world problem which is currently challenging life in Barbados today. They were then encouraged to develop a viable, homegrown solution that addresses the problem. This project-based approach to learning, which currently occurs across both our primary and secondary schools to a degree, represents the new paradigm for teaching and learning which this ministry is currently championing under a new education transformation agenda. We can only evidence competency-based and more meaningful learning outcomes if we navigate the exercise of teaching and learning differently. Our traditional approaches have been very teacher-centered and exam-driven, where teaching is often operationalized under a one-size-fits-all paradigm. With teacher as the traditional expert, our students tend to rely almost completely on their transfer of expert knowledge from textbooks and teacher-guided activities. Project-based learning, however, is less individualistic and recognizes the role which communication, cooperation, and collaboration must play in the completion of learning activities. While it is in no way our intention to trivialize the role of the teacher and the excellent part that they play in molding the lives of our students, while at the same time making learning exciting, project-based approaches shift much of the responsibility for learning to the students. This enables them to engage with what they learn in a far more meaningful and applicable way, while teachers guide by facilitating from the side. Through this Future Forward challenge, students were educated about the processes involved in designing a prototype, from the design brief stage right through to the pitching stage, which is where we are today. On this journey towards discovering new learning pathways, they would have honed their skills in the research and curation of information. They learned to critically assess information, challenge concepts, and apply their own creativity to solve problems. This challenge, entitled Future Forward, represents not only the pitching of student-designed futuristic solutions to real-world problem solving, but it simultaneously represents the future of our education system, which must change to meet the new and dynamic demands of the 21st century. We remain grateful to the investment exercised by our partners in this initiative. To this end, we thank Export Barbados, who willingly and excitedly captured the vision for this idea and made it a reality through their commitment to sponsorship. This level of investment demonstrates their understanding of the role which education must play in securing a sustainable present and future for our country, Barbados. It also signals their acknowledgement that it is indeed our youth who must lead the charge towards change and innovation. To the Chief Executive Officer of Export Barbados, Mark Hill, and his team, we say a hearty thank you. This project represents not only the culmination of months of hard work demonstrated by our students with the assistance and guidance of our teachers, but it represents a new beginning with respect to knowledge acquisition and development, and it is hoped that through the presentations witnessed today, our students can be exposed to advanced training, which will enable the further development of their innovative ideas. This is indeed not the end, but the beginning of a new partnership between education and industry. To our student teams today, we say congratulations on making it this far, and we know that regardless of the outcome, judges, you are all winners. We also know that our
our future as a nation is secure and bright because of you, our youth. You have tremendous promise and potential. Indeed, you are a pivotal part in securing a bright future for every child. Ladies and gentlemen, students, I invite you to support all of the teams today, those who are finalists, and I hereby declare this Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge Finals officially open. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And just to give you a little context, we're going to be starting with our first school very soon. As Chief said, this process began during Education Month last year, 2023, October. It started with a launch and design innovation brief where the children were allowed to randomly select areas of sustainable development in Barbados, areas that we are interested in having sustained. And these areas were renewable energy, climate resilience, green economy growth, blue economy growth, public health and safety, heritage, culture, and social protection, and economic transformation. We did not give the students their problems. They selected randomly the area, and then they had to find the problem that was relevant to Barbados, and then they had to also find the solution. So this is really all them today. After that launch and innovation brief in October, between October 16th to November 10th, we had the research phase where students were exposed to some workshops. They were exposed to brainstorming and finding problems and articulating innovative solutions, etc. From there, we moved on to the conceptual phase in November, where they clarified their concepts and prepared their ideas for an initial presentation. They presented their ideas, these ideas, in the form of sketches, drawings, concept maps, and they utilized PowerPoint presentations. Some even brought, well, one team particularly even brought a mock-up of a prototype at that stage. In the development phase, which was between December and March, they perfected their ideas, focused on building their prototype, as well as on creating and developing a marketing strategy and sales pitch. So therefore, they were exposed to making a wow presentation. So we had a workshop called the Wow Effect. They continue to work on their prototypes and presentations under the guidance of their teachers, and they were also encouraged to seek expertise and assistance from anyone who would be able to provide that within the public domain. Now we're at the pitch phase, the final phase, where student teams are expected to creatively pitch this morning their problem, their solution in the form of a prototype, the one that they would have investigated and researched. Team presentations this morning should reflect their process from research to problem identification to solutions development of both their ideas and their prototypes. Teams will be judged by a rubric that would have been previously shared with them, so they're completely familiar with what we are judging them on this morning. As we proceed throughout the morning between the various presentations, I will give you a heads up on what is at stake this morning, what they're vying for in terms of prizes. We have a competent panel of judges this morning, and I'm just going to call out their names briefly to you. We have as our chief judge, Donna King-Brathwaite. We have Jamila Mosley, Anthony Yearwood, Daria Walcott, Gloria Haynes. These are our judges, and our tabulator this morning is Stacy Goodridge. As we proceed between presentations, I'll give you a bit more background on our judges this morning because we want to move straight into our presentations. You will recognize this morning that our students are not wearing uniform. We decided from the get-go that they would wear t-shirts, which would preserve their school anonymity. And we are not referring to the names of their schools either when they come out to present. You will only know the schools after the entire presentations are finished and we are about to give the awards. Then you'll know which schools did what. All of them will be identified then. So they're going to be named by number. So we begin with Team 1, and we want you to give them a rousing round of applause as they come. Team 1.
Testing. Good morning, investors. Well, at least I hope it has been a good morning. As you know, my team is gathered here today to share our prototype with you. But before we rush into the meat of the matter, I would like to pause and introduce said team. We have here today Christian Atherley, Head Electronic Designer, Jaden Griffith, Electronic and General Designer, Tiana Hunt, our Lead Generalist, Makira Koyman, our Presentation Manager, Zachary Richards, Head Designer and Financial Tracker, Cherise Walcott, Documentation Specialist, and myself, Leanna Leet Small, serving as Team Captain. We stand before you today with the reinvention of something we all know but may not quite love. Now I ask you this, investors, has something like this ever happened to you?
Founded in 1955, the Barbados Transport Board is the governing body in charge of bus transportation. As a result, plans for the country's bus services have been established for every citizen. Undoubtedly, this organization has contributed drastically to the country's economy by providing public transportation for people of Barbados. However, no system is perfect, and consequently, neither is this one. The problem is that the fluid function of the transit system relies heavily on major factors that have not yet been explored to their maximum potential. Of these factors, we decided to focus on reliability, as it is often the forefront of complaints from locals. Research shows that the locals expect the system to work 30% better than it currently performs, with a serve quote of -1.
When ideating which energy source we would use to power our device, we initially considered geothermal energy. However, we quickly realized that this was not viable because we did not have adequate equipment and resources to pursue that avenue. We considered hydrostatic energy, but that was also shot down, as that would require either hydrostatic mechanisms and running water sources at every stop or underground cables to transport energy from a hydrostatic station to the products. Another source of energy we ideated on was wind. However, we noted that wind might not be as accessible as our final option. As a result, we selected solar energy. Since our island is a tropical one, we believe it best that we profit from this fact with our product.
The article entitled Solar Energy by National Geographic, along with a YouTube video entitled How Do Solar Panels Work for Your Home, helped us to determine that this form of renewable energy would be ideal for our bus stop. Solar energy is a limitless supply of energy from the sun, which when converted into electricity can power just about anything.
On screen are the concept sketches of what the early versions of the prototype looked like. However, after deep deliberation and some brainstorming, we were able to formulate a design that we believe encapsulated all the features in the most ergonomic, economical, and functional way. The final design for the product is shown on the screen in both isometric and orthographic views. The product consists of a main pole reminiscent of the typical bus stop pole. However, as you can see, the pole is thicker at the bottom. It also has a compartment that holds a tablet, a thin disc bus stop sign head, and above that are 2 solar panels. The design of the prototype was based entirely on the features the company intended it to have.
The decrease in reliability could easily be solved through the use of technology. However, first we surveyed to determine whether or not a technical improvement would bode well with the public. And through the analysis of responses, we determined that indeed it did. Thus, enter our solution. Introducing to you ASSET, standing for Automated Solar Stop for Eco-Friendly Transit. Coming up with this solution took a lot of strategizing in regards to the design considerations and features. On the screen is a brief concept map of the many routes that our company took to get to the final product. Sit back and enjoy a short video of how our product works.
Powered by 2 solar panels, ASSET ensures a continuous energy supply, providing uninterrupted service even at night. ASSET features the traditional bus stop, adding thickness for the use of LED lighting to add visibility at night. Its modern design features a dynamic display showing real-time bus locations via GPS, enhancing the commuter's experience and safety. Security is prioritized, with tempered glass protecting the display, ensuring durability and reliability, along with a camera in the case of attempted theft. Channels in the upper base discreetly guide wiring from solar panels to batteries, optimizing energy flow. ASSET's base houses a battery that harnesses solar power to recharge, fueling the display and LED lights and reducing its carbon footprint. With ASSET, the future of transit stops is brighter, greener, and more connected. Welcome to sustainable urban infrastructure.
In developing our prototype, we meticulously verify the materials used as well as the features that ASSET provides to ensure environmental protection and sustainability. The features that ASSET provides are the ability to track the bus and its estimated time of arrival, to notify commuters of bus cancellations, and to provide light, not only to help with guidance in the dark, but also to provide a sense of safety towards traveling commuters as they wait for the bus at night. Additionally, the tablet's vehicular tracking and update system would allow commuters to make easier decisions regarding wait time.
ASSET also provides services for differently abled individuals with voice activation features, elderly or pregnant women to reserve a specific seat on the bus using the tablet system, a Raspberry Pi system, tempered glass for the upper section of the bus stop to eliminate heat and condensation, height adjustment for the tablet, a GPS that is linked to ASSET which will be fitted to the bus, a ping tone which will indicate when the bus is 15 minutes away, dismantling of the bus stop in the event of adverse weather conditions, and finally, the base is constructed with thicker and harder PVC material for reinforcement to sustain Category 2 hurricane winds.
The ASSET innovative system offers several key benefits, such as environmental sustainability. As asset utilize the use of solar power to reduce reliance on traditional energy sources and lower carbon emissions, enhance user experience, to improve the efficiency of bus schedules and reduce waiting time for passengers. Community impact is shown with a commitment to sustainable practices while potentially boosting community engagement and support for eco-friendly initiatives. Cost efficiency in the continuous use of solar energy, which decreases operational costs as it reduces reliance on traditional power sources, saving money. And last but not least, resilience is highlighted with solar power as a consistent energy supply and reduces the likelihood of interruptions or delays due to power outages.
In closing, ASSET symbolizes our dedication to a more sustainable and environmentally friendly future and goes beyond simple technological advancement in transportation infrastructure. Through the utilization of automation and solar energy, ASSET improves transit efficiency and convenience while also helping to preserve our world for future generations. With that being said, choose us because our product would be an asset to transportation, asset to the environment, asset to commuters, and ultimately an asset to the nation. Wait, that's the bus right here? I'm gonna play. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team One. Let's give them a round of applause. Absolutely wonderful. As Team One exits and Team Two prepares to come on the stage, I'm going to introduce our Chief Judge. Our Chief Judge is Donna Maria King Brathwaite, an environmental education and community engagement specialist. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in biology, a Master of Science degree in natural resource management, and a certificate in public relations. She's also a trained presenter and broadcaster. From 2002, she was the lead technocrat in the Government of Barbados's Environmental Education Program and has been instrumental in the promotion and mainstreaming of environment and sustainable development in the Barbados education system, from kindergarten to the tertiary levels. Donna has also been a graduate teacher of the natural sciences at the secondary school level for more than 5 years, as well as a research assistant for a local environmental consulting firm, where she participated in the execution of environmental and social impact assessments in Barbados and the Caribbean region. Let's give a warm applause for our Chief Judge, Donna Maria King Brathwaite. As you would have recognized as the team presented, there was a timer in the corner of the screen at the top. Teams actually have 8 minutes to make their presentations, with 1 grace minute allowed. They can be shorter. They will not be penalized if they are shorter, if they go to 7 minutes. Below that is a penalty, all right? So they can present between 7 to 8 minutes with 1 grace minute allowed. Now, we're ready for Team 2. Let's put our hands together and welcome Team 2. And as Team 2 comes to stage, they're not theirs yet, they're coming on, they're bringing on their prototype. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what the students will be getting as a result of their efforts. We've walked with these students since last October. We've seen their efforts. We've seen their hard work, their interests. Some might have gotten discouraged. A few dropped out along the way. But we're very thankful for those who have persisted. And each student today will be receiving a certificate of participation for having completed the Future Forward Innovation Challenge, as well as an individual trophy. Is Team 2 ready? Yes, so we invite Team 2 at this time. Let's give them a warm welcome as they come.
This on? It's a pleasure to introduce Blue Earth Corporation, a cutting-edge company, a leader in sustainable technology dedicated to protecting our ocean and preserving our planet for future generations. I now introduce to you Blue Earth's Board of Directors. I, Tia Fru, Chairman and CEO, Orca Asgill, Director of Research, Jaden Ramsey, Director of Engineering, Nathan Simpson Clark, Director of Designs, Sean Webster, Director of Human and Research, Mackay Paul, Director of IT, Tyrese Newell, Director of Production. Today, we are proud to present our Future Forward project, a revolutionary solution to a growing problem in our ocean and around the coastal region of Barbados, the accumulation of sargassum seaweed. This invasive species is not only harmful to our marine ecosystems, but it also poses a threat to our coastal communities that rely on tourism and fishing. Our mission is to remove the harmful sargassum seaweed from our ocean before it reaches our shore. Our technological innovation will combine powerful suction with advanced separation techniques to remove the sargassum quickly and efficiently without harming marine ecosystems. Blue Earth, ladies and gentlemen, are committed to creating a sustainable future for our planet and our oceans, and most importantly, our island Barbados. We at Blue Earth believe this project is an important step in that direction. The sargassum menace. Sargassum is a type of seaweed that has been around forever in tropical and subtropical waters, providing a home for sea critters and keeping the ecosystem in balance. But in recent years, the amount of sargassum washing up on our beaches has exploded. Reason for the increase is a trifecta of bad news: climate change, excessive nutrients from land, and shifting ocean currents. Basically, it's a perfect storm, but not so perfect fun stuff. Sargassum invasion. The excessive and uncontrolled growth of sargassum seaweed is a growing threat to coastal ecosystem, economies, and human health. These blooms have been increasing in frequency and intensity in recent years, causing significant environmental and economic damage. Environmental impacts. Harmful to marine lives. Sargassum blooms can smother coral reefs, seagrasses, and other marine habitats, leading to the loss of biodiversity and reduced ecosystem function. Deoxygenated water. Decomposing sargassum releases large amounts of hydrogen sulfide, which can deplete oxygen levels in the water, causing fish kills and other marine life disruptions. Coastal erosion. Sargassum accumulations can trap sand and alter wave and other marine life disruptions. Coastal erosion. Sargassum accumulations can trap alter and alter wave patterns, leading to increased beach erosion and shoreline damage. Economic implications. Tourism decline. Sargassum blooms can make beaches unappealing to tourists, leading to a reduced tourism revenue and job losses in coastal communities. Fisheries disruption. Sargassum blooms can interfere with fishing operations and damage fishing gear, impacting the livelihood of coastal fishermen. Cleanup costs. Sargassum removal from beaches and waterways can be costly for local governments and businesses. Human health impacts. Respiration problems. Hydrogen sulfide gas released from decomposing sargassum can cause respiratory problems, including asthma attack, eye irritation, and headaches. Nuisance odors. The strong odor of decomposing sargassum can be a nuisance and unpleasant of coastal residents and visitors. Jaden. Arco.
Good morning, everyone. As we all know, the Caribbean thrives on tourism. Our pristine beaches and crystal waters attract millions of visitors each year. But a silent invader threatens paradise: sargassum seaweed. The influx of sargassum seaweed has reached alarming levels. Every year, the Caribbean battles an estimated 20 to 25 million tons of this invasive species. The impact is devastating. Not only does sargassum create an unsettling mess on our beaches, but it disrupts marine ecosystems and poses health risks. Cleaning up this mess is a constant struggle, costing the Caribbean an estimated $120 million annually. Here in Barbados, we feel the sting of sargassum seaweed particularly acutely. During peak season, we face an influx of around 130 million tons of this invasive species. This not only damages our environment, but also hurts our tourism industry, a pillar of our economy. But there is hope. The innovative sargassum seaweed management vessel, the SSMV, offers a sustainable solution. This solar-powered vessel does not just remove sargassum seaweed. It also collects valuable information about our oceans. Remember, a staggering 95% of our ocean remains unexplored, as the information collected by the SSMV can be a goldmine for marine biologists studying sargassum blooms, water quality, and marine life encountered by the SSMV. Can unlock critical insights on the health of our oceans. This data can be sold to reach institutions that are interested and environmental analysts, generating additional revenue to support the operation and further development of the SSMV. The SSMV isn't just about cleaning beaches. It also protects our environment, boosted our economy, and unlocks the secrets of the ocean. By developing the SSMV, we can turn to the tide on sargassum seaweed and ensure a brighter future for Barbados and the Caribbean. Let's work together to transform this challenge into an opportunity. Thank you.
Good morning. As stated before, I am the Director of Engineering and I will be explaining the prototype. And this is the Director of Design. He will be showing you the parts that I am referring to. The SSMV, Sargassum Seaweed Management Vessel. sustainable solution. Our innovative solution to the growing sargassum menace. A state-of-the-art solar-powered vessel that utilizes a combination of suction and sorting mechanisms to effectively remove sargassum from the water. This eco-friendly and scalable solution addresses the environmental, economic, and human health impacts of sargassum blooms.
You must stop at this point. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Excuse me, the team has no more time. You have used all of your time, including your extra minute. Teams are allotted 8 minutes to do their presentation and 1 grace minute, which gives you a total of 9 minutes. Thank you. Our second judge is Anthony Yearwood, Director, SurePay. Anthony Yearwood is a veteran of nearly 4 decades of experience in the ICT sector, with a career spanning from CCS to Massey Technologies and most recently PBS Technologies. Throughout his tenure, he has assumed diverse leadership positions, notably as Regional Manager for Banking Solutions, overseeing the proliferation of self-service ATMs throughout the English-speaking Caribbean. Following PBS's acquisition of Massey Technologies in 2020, Anthony transitioned into the role of Assistant Vice President of Strategic Sales at a regional level. In 2022, he assumed the leadership of SurePay, where he spearheaded its rebranding, expansion across multiple territories, and the evolution into a fintech powering electronic bill payments for numerous e-wallets and online banking platforms across the region. We have Team 3 setting up. In addition to our teams receiving certificates of participation and individual trophies, there will also be a cash award of $500 for the team who has an honorable mention based on their performance. They may not have won one of the first, second, and third places, but there's promise in their presentation, and that will give a cash award of $500. I'm just giving the team some time to set up. And there will be 2 such special awards. For honorable mention, is Team 3 ready? Okay, they're giving something to the judges. Okay, we turn over to Team 3. Remember, as soon as you begin, the time starts to run. Thank you. Thank you.
As we can see from the bar graph above, there has been a significant increase of mosquitoes. These can cause diseases such as dengue fever, malaria, chikungunya, and yellow fever. This has been a problem for a very long and will continue to be a problem now because of the change of weather. And now that we are entering the rainy season, the population of mosquitoes has drastically increased. This has increased because of a number of reasons, such as water in buckets, bottles, drains, and tires. Mosquitoes will continue to use these places as breeding grounds and homes. This will continue to be a problem if we do not do something about it. And this is where we come in. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you all to MOSFAT. This will be a product which will promote public health in Barbados. I would like to introduce you all to our 7 most. My name is Aisha Harding, Malia Campbell, Juanit Holder, Kevin Bellamy, Samaya King, and Zaire Johnson.
Some of the benefits of owning a MOSFET are its portability, reusability, functionality, and its affordability. You can take your MOSFET anywhere. The MOSFET has interchangeable filters and refillable canisters, so no need to buy a new MOSFET every time your filter gets dirty or your canister gets empty. It attracts the mosquitoes to be killed, reducing the chances of you or your family members catching dengue. Again, the MOSFET is not only effective, it's also affordable and sits at the reasonable price of 35 Barbadian dollars.
Based on our research, there are at least 37,571 households in Barbados, 21,327 in St. Michael, 17,097 in Christchurch, 10,079 in St. Philip. Based on the stats, 34% of people ages 31 to 46 are mostly interested in reducing the dengue fever caused in Barbados.
We will promote MOSFET using primarily social media and direct advertising. We choose social media advertising as it allows us to build awareness and engage with our customers. According to statistics, 82% of population uses social media. We have considered Facebook as it is the leading social media platform globally. This can serve as a good strategy to extend in new markets by building awareness in other countries. With direct advertising, we are looking to inform potential customers, MOSFET through posters and brochures. This will be distributed to Barbados Nurses Association, Barbados Cancer Society, and Heart and Short Foundation.
Home sweet.
Dengue fever is a viral infection that is transmitted from mosquitoes to humans. It is also an epidemic in Barbados with occasional outbreaks. The dengue fever started in September. It claimed 674 suspected cases in October and 165 confirmed cases in November.
And our prototype, the funnel,
the canister, the chamber, and base. Within the canister, you have the pads, and within the base, you have the fan. The cost of the product chamber will be $5.95. The inside chamber is $1.60, and essential oils per canister will cost 75 cents, and for the pad, at least $1.25. The gauze pads are $1, and a fan inclusive of battery would cost $12.
For our placement strategy, we will have direct placement and indirect placement. For direct placement, we are going to collect orders via the telephone and social media. This way, we can have more options on how to market our product and distribute it. And for the indirect placement, we are going to sell through pharmacies and garden stores, as this gives us the opportunity to sell in bulk. With all that has been mentioned, we are requesting $1,130 to produce 50 units, $1,000 to market the product using 3 months, and wages for our team to continue the good work that they have been doing.
To grow our business, we will need to minimize costs by making the fan ourselves, as it was our major cost factor, and blending our own fragrances. We will also consider other To grow our business, we will need to minimize costs by making the fan ourselves, as it was one of our major cost factors, and blending our own fragrances. We will also consider other custom segments, such as elderly and other retail outlets, such as supermarkets. The merchandise to increase our demand. We also find ways to engage with other customer base, considering smaller forms of products, as research has shown this to be a possible market.
My hand. I spoke at the beginning about our creations and the smells and that was a lovely aroma that we were smelling just now, you know? So it was engaging our senses. Our third judge, as we wait for the next team to come to the stage, Our third judge, Daria Walcott, is currently employed at the Tibet Council and has been working in education and training for over a decade. He's also a certified assessor with the Tibet Council and master assessor trainer. He holds a Master of Business Administration in Leadership and Innovation. Dario is no stranger to creating personal growth opportunities for young people. In fact, when I called Dario, he was very excited about this opportunity. In 2016, he became the chair of the local organizing committee for World Skills Barbados. To date, he has led and hosted 4 national competitions, and 1 juniors competition. He's also the coordinator for the World Skills Barbados Juniors Future Skills Camp, which has been held annually for the past 3 years. Dario is technical delegate for Barbados to World Skills International and World Skills Americas, and to date, he has led 3 delegations to World Skills competitions. Let's give Dario Walcott a round of applause. Our third judge. Our team is ready? Okay, so we are Team 4.
Good morning, good morning.
Yo, you jumped me, boy. What going on, Pablo?
Not much, man.
Everything blessed?
Nah, everything too blessed this morning, though, man. We cut late, a little after 7 o'clock, you know, my water off.
Cha, boy. Something to hit the ministry for doing that, you know. Then it's catch you off guard, you know.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I ain't got no water bed, and then, so, you know, you got a little tub in the box, so, you know, it can't say, like, you can blame me some water there?
Nah, I got check in the back, you know. I can't tell you.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
That's all I could get you, man.
Wait, and that little thing? What are you supposed to do when I wash my toenails?
Oh, man, can't forget. I got the grands, the mums, and the siblings to all that. So,
man, all right, man. Thanks,
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Peace, man.
Yeah. Peace, man. Oh, Lord, no, man.
Ah, boy.
All my water gone, man. You can't even go back and ask you for no more. Thank you.
Thanks.
My fellow colleagues, esteemed judges, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We all use water every day, I hope. Did you know that more than half of the island's population experience water issues? Crazy, right? People from St. Lucie, St. John, St. Thomas, St. Philip, and parts of Christchurch have all suffered from water outages, low water pressure, and so on. This is because Barbados is one of the most water-scarce countries within the region, according to the United Nations in 2019. Water is an important resource we need when carrying out our daily activities. Therefore, it's of the utmost importance that we harvest our rainwater. Every citizen in Barbados needs to get with the program. Wouldn't it be best to start with our schools?
Team 5 is ready.
Allow us to introduce our product, the DMN water system. With this system, we aim to create water that is clean and purified and that we can use for our daily activities. Allow us to show you how this system works. With this system, the water goes through the building's guttering into the storage tanks. Have 3. This is the overflow for the storage tanks, just in case you have too much rainfall, but in Barbados, I'm not sure. It goes over here and it comes out. This can run to your plants, your fishing area, whatever you have outside your hobby that deals with water. There you go. Over here, we have a 1 micron and 5 micron filter. So after it comes from the storage tank, the water is pushed to the tank. It's pushed to the pump, and the pump pushes the water to the filters. This is a 1 micron filter. This filter is thick. Do you really believe that bacteria and rust and cysts could get through this filter? Honestly? After it goes to the filter, it goes to the house supply or to the tap where you could catch water directly from our system. Or we can easily turn off this bypass and catch the water from our system straight to the house supply. Thank you.
This is economically advantageous. The future value of this is great. According to the Secretary Treasurer of our school, our water bill is almost $4,000 a month. $4,000. We believe that this water harvester will do our school and other schools well. Now we can enjoy the benefits of having running water even if the water is off. Some benefits of having the running water is you'll have water for the home ec rooms to cook and clean up, water for the art rooms, it prevents diseases, and you will be able to drink water, wash your hands, wash your face, and flush your toilet. And then, okay, I forget. Okay. Right. And the water from this water harvester will be chemical free. Now, with this water system, you will, right, it will save half of our water bill.
In terms of cost, the beginning price is $3,000. Initial installation is between $4,000 to $5,000. The water filter will need regular replacing, but if you have a secure and well-maintained place, it will ensure the longevity of the product. Some of the materials needed are water tanks or any tank ranging from 800 to 2,000 gallons. And the product is spaceable, meaning that it can be used for small or big environments. It will need valves, which will prevent the water from overflowing or prevent the water from pushing back into the meter if the water is too low or you don't have any. We will need a secure flat foundation for the tanks and a 1 micron and 5 micron filter to ensure that the water is clean and purified. In addition, this water filter can purify and clean up to 20 gallons of water per minute. This system
can help provide clean water and financial savings for households, schools, businesses, and churches, while cutting the cost of water consumption for families such as my own. We do our best to make ends meet, but having such a high water bill has impacts on finances. Schools can also benefit, ensuring that students have clean water to wash hands and maintain grounds. Do you worry about future generations in Barbados not having clean water? Do you think we should do everything today to ensure that future generations have clean water in Barbados? What is better than ensuring everyone has clean water? Invest in our product today and make it a reality. Thank you for your time.
She boy also looking sweet, yeah. Wait, that Pablo? Yeah.
Yeah, getting on Lenny.
Yo, long time no see, man.
Long time, man.
What going on?
I don't know who you do me the other day with the water, you know.
Mama, you know
I
that.
can't bathe or nothing, so
You know water scarce, man.
Alright.
For you.
That alright, man. But you know, I went out town with my mom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Went shopping, but
Time is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
We are finding these innovations very engaging, and we see that you students have really put in the work. We're so proud of your efforts from what we've seen so far. Yes, you're doing very, very well. All of the schools who have been here so far, and we know the others coming, we're also going to be very proud of you. You're doing very well, students. Our fourth judge this morning is Jamila Mosley. Jamila is an international trade specialist with a master's in international trade policy, focusing on emerging tech adoption at a boutique research firm. She also serves as the deputy director of Future Barbados. And may I say that Future Barbados is also one of our sponsors who supported us tremendously in this effort by hosting and facilitating our workshops, a very dynamic group of crazy young people. Thank you so much. Good crazy. Good crazy. So Jamila is Deputy Director of Future Barbados and a director at Possibilities Agency, a nonprofit. In her leisure, she enjoys reading and dissecting code. Jamila Mosley. As this team completes their setup, I will just let you know that the third place prize today for the finals is $2,800. Third place prize, $2,800, and this prize goes to the team itself. It goes to the students, and the school receive a plaque as well as a special gift. This innovation challenge has been a significant exercise in our school calendar. We have watched these students from last October in Education Month when we began. We've seen them grow, we've seen them develop, we've seen them, some of them come out of their shells, learn to speak more confidently, as they've had an opportunity to tweak their designs because we would have provided feedback along the way. And we're very excited to see what they have to offer to us today. I'm losing count of my teams. This is team 5? That's right. So team 5 is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Team 5.
Testing, testing.
Testing.
Good morning, everyone. We are Team 5. And at the beginning of this innovation project, we, via random selection, were given the topic culture, heritage, and social protection. We were then tasked to not only find a real-world problem for this within Barbados, but also with conceptualizing a solution to said problem that is both practical and cost-effective. Whatever the solution may be, it had to adhere to Sustainable Development Goals 11 and 16, which are sustainable cities and peace, justice, and strong institutions.
In many urban areas, cultural spaces is often utilized, and heritage is often underlooked, and peace is denied. Our solution should aim to reduce harm to the environment while also improving person's life while not limiting the future. It should also be a peaceful and safe space for everyone to be. To aid us in our solution, we did interviews with esteemed personnel in the cultural areas such as Kay Hall and Dr. Cleve Scott. We also looked at paper analysis and newspaper articles to help us to gather the public's opinion on our topic. Workshops and competition scoping was also done.
Now picture this. Imagine a street, a bustling street, one that's alive and vibrant with a pulse of Barbadian culture. Now, let's say this street was Broad Street, for example. See, currently, Broad Street is a regular thoroughfare where cars just simply drive through. But we believe that Broad Street has the potential to be more than just a road, but it could be the heartbeat for community, heritage, and social cohesion. So let's take a look at redesigning Broad Street. See, we draw attention to our diorama, and we believe we have completely made the street walkable. So in the road, we've divided into 3 sections. The 2 outer sections of the road would be walkable space. And in this walkable space, we'd utilize a special type of flooring that could generate electricity for this street. But we'll get more into that later. In the center, this would be aligned with stalls. This could be stalls where local vendors could sell products with relation to culture as well. Now, you might be thinking, why go through all this stress to redesign Broad Street, do all these changes to Broad Street? And we'll get into that right now.
Well, redesigning Broad Street has many benefits. The first benefit is increased activity. By making Broad Street walkable, there will be an increased pedestrian traffic. When persons are able to comfortably walk the streets, they're able to then interact with the surrounding businesses, stalls, as well as attractions. This increased activity would then benefit not only the businesses, but it would create a sense of liveliness, which Additionally, when persons leave the port, they can then make their way towards Bridgetown and do their shopping. When they're finished their shopping, they can visit our space and see what we have to offer. In our space, we'll have our stalls with the vendors, and they will be able to see the variety of all that we have and further interact and learn more about our true Barbadian culture.
The issue of the lack of nightlife in Bridgetown, as stated on the Nation newspaper December 31st, 2023, will be improved as the electricity generated from the tiles would be used to light the street, and commerce could be happening even at night. Additionally, the electricity can be used to help food vendors to still operating even throughout the night, where
And this would allow to create kind of a liming spot. And this, where people can go after work to go and relax with their friends and kind of unwind for the day.
Okay. So here we have a prototype of the kinetic tile mentioned earlier. And as you can see, it converts a footstep into electricity. Next slide. This works by having a top plate that when you step on it, the springs will compress, allowing for the rotation of a motor. These motors are DC motors, which can be found in other renewable energy sources, such as the ones found in wind turbines or in water turbines.
Right. But how would this look? As you look in the former road space of our diagram and our drawing, you can see our decorated tiles either painted with our vibrant flag colors or either painted with emblems representing Barbadian culture.
To understand how we will fully implement this in Broad Street, we must discuss both materials and cost. For our prototype over here, we would have used simple materials such as wood, a low energy motor, and low resistance springs, which brought our cost to only like 70 US per tile. However, if we want to actually implement it in Broad Street, we're going to need more robust materials to withstand the high daily foot traffic, the weathering, and any emergency vehicles if necessary. So as a result, we also need to consider labor costs and overheads. As a result, we have estimated that it will cost about 350 US per tile. However, we believe that with a 6-month prototyping period, professional prototyping period, we can get this cost down.
Now, obviously, if we're looking at making Broad Street completely walkable, you have to figure out how we're going to divert the current ongoing traffic. So we've decided that cars coming could go around Broad Street, essentially, meaning that at the stoplights, they would turn a left onto Henry Street, or right onto Victoria Street, go a little further, take another right onto Middle Street, and going down that road would align you as to where the end of our walkable section for Broad Street would end.
Okay, so we have created bobbleheads and kids' books to sell so that we could earn money to maintain the tiles and for the betterment of Broad Street. So here we have some Mother Sally and Shaggy Bear bobbleheads. And these products, not only are they amazing, but when you see something like this, you will ask yourself, who is that? What is this even about? So we wanted to inspire questions so that people will be encouraged to learn about culture and want to learn more about who these characters represent. With the book, we wanted to create a simple way that children can learn about Barbadian culture without applied pressure. So we have pages from our ABC book that is strictly Bajan, and yeah. So we would sell these. We would sell these in our stalls because we want to encourage entrepreneurship and encourage local businesses in Broad Street as well.
Barbados' culture is something that's very unique and something that we have to make our very own. This project aims to create a sustainable source of energy that will not only benefit this space and the people, but as well as create a very community-friendly environment.
So we urge you, join us in revitalizing Broad Street and unlocking its full potential as a catalyst for rejuvenating culture and social progression. Together, we can create a community that is more resilient, tolerant, and vibrant, which honors its past and embraces its future. Thank you so much for listening.
Team 5, I think I want one of those bubbleheads. As we prepare to transition to Team 6, our 5th and final judge this morning Gloria Haynes is an educator of over 25 years' experience, where she specializes in empowering students in the areas of English, communication studies, and public speaking. She now works at the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training. She's attached to the curriculum section with special responsibility for English. She holds a master's in educational leadership with distinction and is herself a Toastmaster with distinction who has won several national and regional competitions. Our second prize, the team that places second in this competition, will receive a trophy for the school, a gift for the school, as well as $3,500 for the team. That is the second prize award for the Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge. And now we have Team 6. They're coming on. Let's give Team 6 a round of applause. We're heading down the road nicely. With 9 teams, we're going pretty good. Over to you, Team 6.
Good morning. We were tasked with finding an innovative solution to a challenge facing the blue economy. The blue economy is related to industries in oceans, seas, and coastal areas. It encompasses fisheries, tourism, renewable energy, and marine biotechnology. Fisheries contribute around $25 million to the Beijing blue economy. After conducting research and speaking with stakeholders in the blue economy, we have identified 3 main problems: pollution, overfishing, and climate change. You might be wondering what we considered to tackle and how we got to our specific problem. Initially, we were very inclined to innovate mechanisms that would facilitate the monitoring of marine environments and ecosystems using electronic buoys with sensors to provide continuous data about marine health. Eventually, after speaking to the Barbados Fisheries Division, we discovered that the government has made advancements in this area and has purchased several buoys to do such. The Barbados Fisheries Division implored us to look at ghost fishing. So Kaylee, what is ghost fishing and how does it negatively impact the blue economy?
Ghost fishing refers to the phenomenon where lost or abandoned fishing gear, such as nets, traps, pots, or lines, continue to capture and trap fish, killing them. This lost or abandoned gear remains in the ocean for hundreds of years, continuously harming our marine species, contributing to biodiversity loss, and damaging our ecosystems.
And Kaylee, what causes ghost fishing?
Well, Jaden, in Barbados, the main cause of ghost fishing is the loss of fish pots. Fish pots are 3-dimensional wire structures used by fishermen to capture fish. They are submerged in the ocean from depths ranging from 20 feet to 200 feet. Fish enter these structures via funnels and are then trapped due to their inability to exit. To combat this, there has been a minimum mesh size requirement to allow fish to exit, but the issue of lost fish pots still remains. Though large, these fish pots can be lost or damaged for 3 main reasons. Fishermen use a means of triangulation rather than costly plastic buoys to locate their fish pots, but unpredictable weather systems such as hurricanes, storms, and shifts in tidal patterns can push and drag fish pots away from their original location. Furthermore, unfortunately, theft from other fishermen and interference and intentional damage from the diving community and tourists remain a significant contributor to the loss and damage of fish pots.
Ideally, a fisherman returns to his fish pots every 2 days, 7 at most. But if they're not located in time, well, the fish can escape and they continue to get trapped and die.
To understand the impact and cost of fish pot loss, we spoke to some local fishermen. And through this, we discovered that fishermen spend around $600 Barbados per fish pot and can start the season with numbers ranging from 10 to 20. They articulated that 3 to 7 fish pots are lost per season, and we must note that 1 fish pot can yield up to 180 pounds of fish, with a pound being sold for $6 on average. If we do the math, Fishermen risk losing up to $4,200 from losing their actual fish pots and up to $21,600 due to losing the catch. Jaden, how big of a problem is ghost fishing to our Barbadian blue economy?
Well, Kaylee, it undermines the sustainability of marine resources, harms ecosystems, marine resources, diminishes biodiversity, disrupts industries reliant on oceans, and threatens economic stability in coastal areas, jeopardizing the blue economy's future. Kaylee, can you tell us what has been done domestically?
Well, in Dominica, researchers developed a biodegradable locking mechanism using 1.5 millimeter jute twine. After 20 days, the twine biodegraded, opening the trap door, allowing fish to exit and rendering the pot inactive. Our product, RAF, Release and Find, provides a simple, cost-effective solution to our problem, and I'll now hand over to Giovanni, who will explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, our solution needed to be inexpensive, easy to source, easy to fabricate and implement, and not a shock to fishing culture. Our solution is a fish release and equipment recovery system using biodegradable materials. For the release system, fishermen may use biodegradable twine to secure the fish trap doors. Once that twine deteriorates after a certain amount of time, then the doors will open, and of course the fish can escape. Therefore, they're added to the pool of fish to be collected for another day. Hope you all like that joke. We considered various different twines. We considered the twine made out of coconut, one made out of sargassum, and then jute twine, which is made out of the cellulose from certain plants like hemp. Now, the problems we ran into was that using those twines, although they were biodegradable and they are sustainable to source, they had the problem in that we had to then teach the fishermen how to actually make it into a long rope. And of course, we don't want to change the practices, change the culture. We want to be as least intrusive to the fishing practices as it stands already. For retrieval, we have a buoy which would act as a visible locator for the fishermen. Once they see this buoy and they know that the trap has been lost after, let's say, 5 to 7 days, then they will be able to go and retrieve it. This buoy that we've used is secured to the trap via a long-lasting biodegradable twine. So that twine is then bundled up and secured to the fish pot via the same twine that we use to actually lock the trap. So once, of course, that trap is then opened and we know that the fish pot has been lost, the twine biodegrades, and the longer-lasting twine is free to the buoy that is attached to the twine is now free to rise to the surface. Now, we went with a coconut as this buoy.
Giovanni, why a coconut of all things? Why not a regular plastic buoy?
Well, that's a good question. The regular buoys are expensive. They range from prices like 20 to 90 Barbados dollars, where, of course, the coconuts are ranging from 0 to approximately $0.0. So I think they're pretty affordable. And then they are a waste product of the very successful coconut vending industry. So then this is just an opportunity for us to recycle waste material. Then, of course, the regular plastic buoys, if they're lost at sea, can contribute to ocean pollution. They can harm fish and harm the marine environment, which, of course, not really good for the blue economy. So what we did, using the coconut, is we prevented that pollution using a biodegradable material. Additionally, coconuts are naturally buoyant, so the fishermen don't actually have to learn much in terms of manipulating the materials to get it to float. The coconut would float naturally. And of course, the fishing industry has this sort of artisanal touch that it likes to maintain. The fishermen typically do things themselves, and the coconut presents this as an opportunity for them to carry on the tradition of doing things themselves. Now, we don't necessarily believe that the fishermen are the only people that you have to influence in terms of actually solving the ghost fishing. We believe that there should be some level of governmental intervention, and therefore in the future we hope to push for legislation to make systems like these mandatory. for the fishermen. Thank you.
At this time, are there any questions? If not, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Team 6. 3 more to go. And as we prepare for Team 7 to come on stage, we just want to let you know that the first prize award for the Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge 2024, the winning school will receive a school prize, a school trophy, and $7,000 for the team. $7,000. Come on. And I know that these students have been buoyed by the prizes, not only the prizes, but the opportunity to learn, the opportunity to create something new, to bring a different spin. And for those of you who may be wondering why we're not allowing questions in the judging format, well, obviously there were time constraints. But in the process to getting our students to this point, there would have been a time where we did provide feedback because we did see these presentations initially. They obviously went away after the feedback that was provided, and they perfected them, they tweaked them, they changed out certain things, etc. But basically we would have seen these in the initial stages and provided, you know, we asked them lots of questions and they had a whole lot of explaining to do, and they had to go back and fine-tune their research and so on. So now we are at Team 7. Team 7, are you ready? Yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, over to you, Team 7.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I am thrilled to introduce to you a revolutionary solution that is set to transform the landscape of employment. Employed. But before we delve into this, let's first talk about the pressing matters of the worldwide economy, that being SMEs and youthful employment.
We all have unlimited wants but limited resources, which basically says that you could want a car, house, or clothes and only have $100, which you can't buy all them things with that. So the employed is set to change that. Since 2008, 61 million jobs have been lost, and the youth unemployment rate is 3 times the adult rate.
According to the World Economic Forum, economies globally are striving to achieve several critical goals, including fostering inclusive growth, reducing unemployment rates, and enhancing the competitiveness of SMEs. However, recent trends, as highlighted in a newspaper article by Atoya Hines, a cross-culture career coach, paint a concerning picture. The article, published on March 25th, 2024, reveals a significant increase in the unemployment rate, rising from 7.2% to 8.2% year over year.
SMEs typically operate with more constrained budgets, which basically says that they don't have as much resources as any other company that already progressed. So SME may also face challenges in finding candidates with specific skill sets.
Additionally, many individuals are finding themselves in employment roles that do not fully utilize their expertise, leading to underemployment and dissatisfaction in the workforce.
Furthermore, as industries evolve and technology advances at an unprecedented rate, acquiring skills in emerging fields such as artificial intelligence, robotics, and gaming or app development has become imperative for staying relevant in today's market. However, the gap between the skills demanded by employers and those possessed by job seekers, particularly young individuals, remains a formidable challenge.
Recognizing these challenges as opportunities for innovation, we have developed BIMployed, a game-changing platform designed to bridge the gap between talent and opportunities, revolutionizing the way individuals find meaningful employment and SMEs access skilled professionals.
BeEmployed utilizes complex algorithms and AI. Its interactive nature allows the app to continuously learn and adapt, getting to know the user better with each interaction and refining its matching process to ensure optimal outcomes.
What sets BeEmployed apart from the focus on empowering individuals to unlock their full potential and pursue fulfilling career paths by offering resources and training opportunities in emerging fields such as artificial intelligence, robotics, gaming, and app development. BeEmployed equips users with the skills they need to thrive in today's dynamic job market.
Ever wondered how artificial intelligence, or AI, is revolutionizing the way job seekers connect with potential employers? Well, it's time to explore the role of AI in BeEmployed's matchmaking process. Firstly, AI enables BeEmployed to process and analyze vast amounts of data swiftly and efficiently. This includes user profiles, job listings, and other relevant data, which the AI uses to extract valuable insights and patterns. Imagine a digital detective sifting through clues to find the perfect match. Next, AI techniques like natural language processing, or NLP, come into play. NLP allows BeEmployed to understand and interpret the textual information within user profiles and job listings. It's like a translator, converting words into meaningful attributes and keywords to enhance matchmaking accuracy. Machine learning, a subset of AI, is another critical component. BeEmployed uses machine learning algorithms to learn and adapt based on user interactions and feedback. These algorithms are like students, studying historical data to identify patterns, trends, and making more accurate predictions over time. AI algorithms also bring a personal touch to BeEmployed's matchmaking. They analyze user interactions, such as job searches, profile views, and application history, to tailor recommendations to each user's unique needs. It's like a personal stylist, picking out the best job opportunities that suit your preferences and interests. Predictive analytics powered by AI come next. They forecast future trends and outcomes based on historical data and user behavior. This feature is akin to a fortune teller, predicting what job opportunities you might be interested in before you even realize it. AI also optimizes and automates the matchmaking process in BeEmployed. It takes care of repetitive tasks and streamlines workflows. Think of it as a diligent assistant, prioritizing job listings based on relevance and your preferences, thereby enhancing the efficiency of the matching process. Lastly, AI enables BeEmployed to make real-time decisions. It processes incoming data rapidly and updates recommendations on the fly, ensuring that you receive the most current and relevant job matches as soon as they become available. In a nutshell, AI is the backbone of BeEmployed's matchmaking process. It enhances capabilities by enabling data-driven decision-making, personalization, and automation. With the power of AI, BeEmployed offers an efficient, accurate, and personalized matchmaking experience, increasing your chances of landing that dream job. So, the next time you use BeEmployed, remember the AI magic working behind the scenes to connect you with your future employer.
We would like to switch the output to the laptop here. Thank you.
We will now do a brief showcase of what the app actually does. This is what you're greeted with when you first download the app.
This is the login page where you will sign up to become a user of the app.
Here are some CV templates. You can choose from any. There are also multiple colors.
And here, this is where you will put in your work experience to help build your curriculum vitae.
Also your personal information and where you went in school, anything so.
This is the home page for BeEmployed. Profile page, sorry.
And this is a female profile. This is your discover page where any jobs available will come up. You can filter where you want your job to be and your desired compensation. as well as mentors, jobs, and apprentices.
And how close you are to that particular job. These are where you will match. These are the matches you would have once you have completed your curriculum vitae and put in your filter on where you would like your jobs to be.
Here's a chat between Terry's Terry Shop and Mr. John Doe, where he is trying to set up an interview.
In conclusion, BIMPLOID is not just a platform, it's a catalyst for change, a beacon of hope for individuals seeking meaningful employment and SMEs thriving in a competitive landscape. With BIMPLOID, we are not just revolutionizing employment, we are shaping the future of work, one opportunity at a time.
BIMPLOID, swipe, match, elevate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief, I think you can send it for BIMPLOID and get a different job. I can be gone. Put in my information. That presentation left me smiling. I just love digital things, so I will smile from ear to ear with that one. Thank you very much. We are now on to our penultimate team, Team 8. And I've already told you what the prizes are. You've already seen the type of work that these students have put in. I know that yesterday when I was calling, because we would have given a deadline by which the presentations had to be submitted, and obviously we were still checking up with teams yesterday, and so on, and I know that teams were still working up until late last night, you know, getting their last minute details ready for today. And I'm sure that all teams and the teachers and the principals who are here, you're all very proud of what your students have done. Let's give them all a round of applause. And as the chief said, this is where we're really headed in terms of education. And we know that sometimes we can get stuck in the rut of the traditional. We know that this can be time consuming, but the value that is added to the students is so it is so important. Yes? And we are ready for Team 8.
She just speaking through there and it feeds through.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sky Lynch, and I represent the Never Out of Water plan. Our motto is never out of water because every drop counts. You see, here in Barbados, we have a pretty big problem. Due to changes in weather patterns, there is excessive rainfall during the wet season and prolonged periods of drought during the dry. So in short, we have enough water on Monday and then no water at all on Friday. So I'm sure y'all can all relate to that problem. Do you know that Barbados gets enough annual rainfall that everyone on the island can get some? In fact, we get twice as much as we need. We just let most of that water run off into the sea. This is such a complex problem that it requires a comprehensive solution. And so our solution has 3 parts. Part 1 is the aquifer recharge, or the ARC.
Hello everyone, I am the Geographical Manager of the NOW team. Now, I believe that we all know that when floods happen in our wet seasons, there's no true way to harvest or effectively reuse the water, and most of it runs off into the ocean. But aquifer recharge, or ARC, solves this problem by increasing the amount of retention ponds and insertion wells to help assist the aquifers across the island. Now let us take a look at the prototype This is a miniature version of a zone above Whole Town. Now this setup is most effectively used in places where there are major water catchments. So, first let's start with the aquifers. Aquifers are like a groundwater storage. Then, we have our insertion wells and retention ponds. These help water to penetrate the ground much easier. This allows time for the aquifers to properly store the waters. When this happens, it limits the flooding in areas where the rain has fallen excessively. Now, with that being said, let's move on to part 2, residential rainwater purification, or RRP.
In this system, the residential rainwater purification, or RRP, water is harvested via a guttering system. It is sent to a 3-chamber purification tank. In the first chamber, water is collected and stored, then sent to the second, which consists of a physical filtration device. This filter consists of gravel, sand, activated charcoal, as well as nylon filters. Then, in the third chamber, is sent back for storage. Afterwards, it is sent to the roof for biological purification. In this biological purification, there are 2 solar systems: a solar heater, which preheats the water to 60 degrees Celsius, and a solar boiler, which carries the water all the way up to roughly 120 degrees Celsius. This kills most bacteria that is in this rainwater. Finally, it's sent through pipes to your sinks for cooling via a radiator to bring the water down to a reasonable temperature, then carried to a UV system, which kills off any other bacteria that's in the water. Now, your water is pure and safe for any other primary uses that you have. Finally, to continue, our last part is the CWC, or Community Water Co-op.
In the third part of our solution, we have the Community Water Cooperative, or the CWC. In the event that your residential rainwater purification system, your RRP, collects more water than the tank can hold or that your family can use, you would send the water down to your community tank. This water is managed by the BWA and is fed back into the national water system. Now, remembering our slogan, every drop counts. When you take water from your community tank, you will pay. However, when you give water to your community tank, you will receive credits, which can be redeemed on future water bills. As you can see in our prototype, our community tank is underground, but if you prefer to, you can have yours placed above ground. These tanks have the capacity to hold water for 500 houses for 7 days. So, in conclusion, implementing these 3 steps of our NOW plan, we will help Barbados achieve a more water resilient, flourishing, never out of water Barbados. Thank you.
A couple things I've taken notice of is the fact that this innovation challenge has not only challenged our students to do research and to work collaboratively, but they got a chance to use their hands to build things. Things were painted, things were glued, things were cut, stuck together, crafted. So there's a lot of art and design in this as well. There's the language, there's the problem solving, there's the strategic thinking. So this is really all-encompassing. And when this was envisioned, we spoke about multidisciplinary teams because we wanted that students from different options. We know that at the secondary level in the senior school, a lot of children are arranged in options. But we wanted that a business student and a science student and a humanities student could work together and pool their ideas together and see how coming together like this could help them to solve problems. Okay, we have our final team. Our final team is on. Over to you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable judges, special guests, good afternoon. And competitive school, good afternoon. My name is Diamond Brightly, and today I am here to share with you my team's innovation project. But before we get into that, let us look at the hard-working members behind my project. So first we have Nikesi Chapman, Diamond Brightly, Devon King, Mashika Gordon, Luda Williams, and Lamar Ward, and Leon Bishop. Our topic is economic transformation. And as we know, economic transformation is the aim to contribute to work and into society. Our team mainly focused on the economic challenges we face in agriculture, including labor-intensive work, which is very time-consuming and it has a lot of heavy machinery, right? So our prototype is aimed to improving the sowing of seeds. You may ask yourself why? The sowing of seeds? Because it is the first step into agriculture. We will be looking at the 3 E's. Our prototype is designed to have the 3 E's, the effectiveness, the efficiency, and the environment our prototype will be in. Our inspiration is the manual seed planter and the mechanic seed planter. So our solution is we went and we do questionnaires, we do quizzes, we ask the community members, we ask them about how we could find a solution. We put 1 + 1 and make 2. We put 2 + 2 and make 8. So we came up with the solution, Cedar Wheeler, rum, 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 rum. Cultivating change on the first track. Let's hear from Mashika Gordon, a team member that will tell you about the functions of our RC car.
Good morning. Ooh.
Don't press on it. Don't press on it. Press it.
Whoop. Good morning. Thank you. Good afternoon. Introducing the Cedar Wheeler. This is a remote-controlled race car that is equipped with a seedling planter. This drawing illustrates how it operates. The wheel rotates, guiding the seeds to a hole where they are dropped and sowed into the soil. In addition, it has a leveler to prevent the seeds from cluttering together and overloading the seed dispenser. And furthermore, the car itself, it isn't just for show. It has a video camera, and an insect detector, a GPS tracker, and a sensor that signals it whenever the seedling dispenser runs out of seeds. I'll now pass on to Lamar to explain the mechanics behind it.
Good afternoon. Everybody good? Yeah. All right, I come here to show what we have created. We have come to the Cedar Wheeler.
Rum, rum. So.
All right, so what it has, we have recycled a lot of materials. We use some laptop batteries. We have recycled a lot of materials. We use an old battery of a phone to power the dispenser. So when we give it a dry, like we have a magnet. So when it moves, it turns on, like that.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's drive it,
That's it.
Solar.
So with that there, we can add solar panel. We can wirelessly charge it with the sun, or we can charge it through the outlet. But this way is more preferable. I won't turn it on.
Ready for the rim rim? Ready now? Drive it down there. Rim rim! The cedar wheeler. Yes, the cedar wheeler, guys. Cultivating change on the first track.
That's it there.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So the cedar wheeler, these are, as you can hear, explain the functions, right? So you may wondering, what are the pros and the cons of this, this innovation? Because you really think of it a race car, dropping seeds, that makes sense? Huh? This is one step into modern agriculture. Am I right? All right. So let's look at the cons first. Our car is battery operated and it is not ideal for large farms. The fields must be prepared. It will also come with job loss. Yes, but let me look at the cons now. No fossil fuel is needed. It has low impact on the environment. It requires less training to operate. It is very time efficient. It is effective and accurate when sowing seed. And it also will create jobs for people to maintain the cedar wheeler. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions? We're ready for the questions, Come on, guys. Come. Any questions? All right, that's it. Thank you.
P8574 needs to move their car urgently, so I am not sure who is parked near that vehicle. P8574. Cedar Wheeler. That was a very exciting presentation. Let's give Team 9, our final team. They brought lots of drama and excitement to the table. Each of our teams today have demonstrated what we have sought to do in this challenge. They have demonstrated their ability to think, their ability to design, their ability to create, and their ability to innovate. We're going to allow the judges to retreat at this point to a room where they will deliberate briefly. And this challenge has been judged with the use of a very detailed rubric. The usher will escort the judges to their area. I don't know how these judges are going to do it. I don't envy you, because we've seen some very riveting presentations today demonstrating that our education system is alive and well. Our students and teachers are working very well together, and we love what we have witnessed here today. And we can't wait to see who is the top 3 awardees, the honorable mentions, 2, and that's 5 out of the 9. But really and truly, each of these presentations have really been very good. So at this point, as the judges exit, I'm going to invite Tarisha Carter. Tarisha's not coming. Mr. Hutchinson. from Export Barbados. Mr. Hill was unable to be here today. He did call to express his regrets. Mr. Hutchinson will come and give some brief remarks on behalf of our sponsors, Export Barbados. Yes, you can take to that. I was telling, okay, go ahead. Yeah, the chat.
Good afternoon, Chief Education Officer, and everyone else who's gathered here. My name is Pedro Hutchinson. I'm the Senior Research Officer with Export Barbados. You may also know us as Barbados Investment and Development Corporation. And it gives me tremendous pleasure to be here with you this morning and afternoon. And I promise I'm not going to keep you very long. Indeed, seeing the presentations by the students has, to use one of the terms used, buoyed my heart up. And I'm sure CEO Hill, who was unable to be here, would, if he were here, would want to congratulate the students in particular, your parents and your teachers, all those who would have worked with you to deliver what we saw today. And I must say, indeed, it was wonderful to look at. I want to commend you students in particular for your creativity, for your research, for your innovation, for your designs, and for your delivery. I don't know who will win. I think the Chief Education Officer has a special one in mind, but we leave that to the judges. And so as they deliberate, I just want to say on behalf of Export Barbados that it was indeed a pleasure for us to be a sponsor for the Schools Innovation Challenge, Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge. We certainly look forward to what the challenge will bring in the future and what happens after the results are known. We hope that the students would be prepared to take their designs and their innovations to the next level. And because we are Export Barbados, I want to say that your market is bigger than just our 166 square miles. Yeah, there is a global marketplace out there. Billions of persons who can benefit from these products that you have delivered, these innovations, and I hope that you take the opportunity, regardless of the result, to pitch your hats far and wide and see where that takes you. I want to say to parents, I commend you. We know when these babies are first born, we get all enthusiastic and gung-ho, you know, these little adorable, cute entities. But as they start to grow and as they start to learn, they start to investigate. And sometimes that creates some challenges for us as they pull things apart to understand them, things that we paid a lot of money for. And sometimes we stifle them because here's some major investments that we have made. And they're pulling these things apart and possibly can't get them put back together again. But that's part of learning. That's part of how they investigate and how they come up with these things that we see today. So I want to encourage parents, I want to encourage your teachers to create that space, provide that space for our students to continue to stretch their minds and tackle the problems that we as a country face and we face as a global living place. Barbados, as we heard from our Prime Minister, and certainly as we saw from our last census, is facing several challenges, part of which is a declining population. Many of our best minds are leaving our shores and going to other places where the opportunities seem to be better. Persons have, or businesses have a lot more money to invest in what they're doing. But when they leave, we face some major challenges because we still have challenges we need to deal with. We still have issues as a country that we need to overcome. And so opportunities like the Future Forward Schools Challenge provides the opportunity for our students to be able to use their intelligence, their intellect, their creativity, their innovation to be able to address the problems that Barbados faces as a country and provide solutions, as I said, that don't necessarily stay here with Barbados, but extend across the entire world. And that's what Export Barbados is about. We are about taking Barbados's creativity, our innovation, our solutions, and sharing them with the world, albeit for our benefit. And so, as the competition, as the challenge continues going forward, I'm looking out for not just asset, not just Cedar Wheeler, but some of the innovations that we may not even have, that may not even have reached the finals. I'm looking forward to seeing those coming up in future challenges as our students are given the opportunity to, stretch their minds and put them to solutions for our problems. So thank you on behalf of CEO Hill. Thank you on behalf of Export Barbados for allowing us to be a part of this wonderful venture. To be a sponsor, and we do look forward to being a sponsor again in future challenges. I do wish the students success, and I look forward to seeing what the judges' decisions are. Continue to give of your best. There are many problems out there that need to be solved. Continue to use your creativity, and we will see Barbados make a wonderful impact in the global marketplace. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hutchinson, representative of Export Barbados, our major sponsors. We will have at this time a performance by Samara Little of the St. Michael's School. She will engage us with a violin solo, Holy Forever.
theworshipportal.com. theworshipportal.com. theworshipportal.com.
For that very engaging rendition on violin. Our students today have been assessed in a number of key areas. For creativity and innovation, the maximum points were 30. Problem solving, that's creativity and innovation / originality, 30 points. Problem solving, 20 points. Presentation and communication, which is looking at the Okay, we're going to begin our awards ceremony. I'm going to invite the schools to come in. And they're we're going to be presenting the individual awards first before we do the final prizes. So I'm going to call Team 1, which is the Commonwealth School. Team 2, Coleridge and Parry School. And I'm going to invite Tamisha Eitel from Future Barbados to present these individual awards. Come through the back. Come around. Yes. Tamisha is the director of Future Barbados. Come right up on the stage, team. Come right up. And team 2. Come up at the same time, both of them. Walk briskly because we have a lot to go. So walk briskly. Team 1 and 2, come out. Just go into your 2 lines. One line would be team 1 and the second line would be team 2. Okay, so team 1 is currently receiving their individual prizes. Your names are on the envelope, so in case you get the wrong envelope, you're in the same school, you could easily sort that out. So let's give them a round of applause. They're receiving their certificates of participation, a small token, and a trophy. And of course, we're getting group pictures. Photographer, where's the photographer? So this is team 1 receiving their individual awards. Thank you. So you may need to go off. You need to go off that way. Go off this way. Thank you. You're going to help her? Team 1, Commonwealth School. Team 2, Coleridge and Parry. Okay. Your Coleridge and Parry? You're having photos of the individual awards, right? Team 3, let's keep it flowing. This is Coleridge and Parry. Everybody from Coleridge and Parry came. If somebody is missing, someone else can hold their award for them. Coleridge and Parry, yes. So get your photo before you leave, your group photo before you go. Okay, now team 3, go this way. Yes. Oh, not yet? Okay, fine. Team 3, Graydon City Secondary School. One more person from Graydon City. Pause for your group shot before you leave. Everybody from Graydon City is here? Yes? Okay. Thank you. Team 4, the Ellerslie School. Remember to pause for the group shot at the end. Thank you. Ready? Yes. Let's welcome Team 5, Queens College. And when everything is finished, we'll get a full group shot with everyone when everything is finished. Thank you. Smile. Thank you, Team 5. Team 6, Harrison College. Team 7, Grantley Adams Memorial Secondary School. Okay, Team 8, Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School. And our final team, Team 9, Frederick Smith Secondary School. Okay. Thank you. Thank you to Maisha as well. Thank you for presenting. We're now going to present the prizes for honorable mention. First, I will invite Senior Education Officer, Pat Warner. Two teams have been selected for honorable mention. They're receiving a plaque as well as a cash award. The first team for honorable mention, Grantley Adams Memorial Secondary School. Come on, team. Come back up, yes. But, oh, sorry. I thought we had discarded numbers by now. Team 7. Team 7. Good job, Team 7. Turn around the plaque. Thank you, team. Ms. Warner will remain for the next presentation of honorable mention. The second team for honorable mention is Team 1, Commonwealth School. Commonwealth also receives a plaque as well as a cash award of $500. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Our second what did I just do? Third place. The two honorable mentions are over. Now we're on to the third place award. I'm going to invite Miss Pamela Hunt, Education Officer for Science, who was a member of the committee, as well as Ms. Tarisha Carter from Export Barbados. We'll be presenting the third place winner with a trophy, a check for $2,800, as well as a school prize. Carisha can perhaps hold this. One of them. Somebody can hold something. Give Miss Hunt one. Yes. In third place, Team 8, Seventh-day Adventist Secondary. Receiving okay, we have. Can someone come to me, please? Give us a minute. Hold on. I apologize for this Steve Harvey moment. I am going to ask the school, however, to remain on stage. Okay? So you don't have to move. In third place, receiving in third place with a position of with a total of 442 points is the Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School. Thank you. Thank you, students. You did very well. Thank you, team. You can come up this way. Yes, you can stay. I just said you can stay. In the second place, with a total of 446 points, this team wins a trophy, a school prize, and a check for $3,500. Team 6, Harrison College. Thank you very much, Team 6. Thank you, Pamela and Tarisha, for presenting. For our presentation of first place, we're going to invite our Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw, and Mr. Hutchinson. Is that the right name? Yes. From Export Barbados. With a total of 459 points, this team has been adjudged the most outstanding in the Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge, the winner of a school prize, a trophy, and a check for $7,000. The winner of the inaugural Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge 2023-2024, sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, and Export Barbados, and Future Barbados. That winning team is Team 5, Queen's College. Let's give all the schools, all 9 teams, a rousing round of applause. You did excellently. You really surpassed our expectations in terms of the quality performances, presentations that you did today. Some of you did perform. Some of your presentations were extremely creative, extremely dramatic. I loved the dramatic flair that some of you brought to your presentations. You included a little bit of theater, a little bit of ad-libbing, a little bit of Bajan, and Bajan is our nation language, so that's okay as well. You know, you did very well today. You executed, you planned, and you prepared, and you delivered. Obviously, we can only have one overall winner, only one second place person, only one third place person. But each of you is a winner. So I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. In fact, I'm going to invite the entire Future Forward team, the students. Come students, stand up. I know some of you may feel a little disappointed, and that is okay. I'm not going to tell you don't be disappointed. Disappointments are a part of life, but you have done well. You have done well. All right? Future. 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 Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. You may sit. And we're going to do a group photo at the end of everyone. At this time, I want to invite Miss Peggy Agard, Education Officer for Modern Languages in the Curriculum section, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. My task is a very simple one, but an important one. I am here to express gratitude and celebration of the successful staging of the Future Forward Schools Innovation Challenge, an initiative sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, and its very worthy allies, Export Barbados and Future Barbados. I was going to give it give it an international flair by saying thanks in some of the major languages used around the world. I'm not an innovator, I'm not a scientist, I'm not technologically minded. So I just figured, well, my forte is languages, and I would do that. However, my colleague said to me, I might end up being restrained and confined, and so I have dismissed the idea. That aside, we have learned over time that the root of all joy is gratefulness. So we find ourselves this afternoon at the rejoicing stage. This has been a long and arduous journey that started in October of 2023, during Education Month, until its culmination here today. It might seem as if it is a great deal of time that has elapsed, but one would have to respect the fact that from concept to creation takes time. Our students needed to be encouraged and guided in a way that would help them to optimize the great potential that lay within. And additionally, they were obliged to follow the steps outlined that would get them from idea to prototype. Undoubtedly, the benefits derived from the entire exercise could only be described as invaluable. We find ourselves with a group of young people whose self-belief has grown exponentially. They have learned the art of working together, and they have given free rein to their creative juices. We have just grown some innovators. I read recently that innovation is the fire that sparks creative solutions that update processes and products to make improvements come to life. Indeed, we have a lot to be grateful for, and so we are deeply indebted to the organizations and individuals who have provided such a worthwhile experience. So now we're going to thank some organizations and some individuals, and we owe a debt of gratitude to Export Barbados and CEO, Mr. Mark Hill, for embracing the project and investing in it, not only in terms of prizes and awards, but also in providing the startup capital for prototype building and development, and for ensuring that the students were well motivated. We would also like to thank Future Barbados Director, Tamisha Eitel. I met Tamisha when we had the launch, and she has left an impression with me. She's effervescent and she's irrepressible. Yes, so we would like to thank her for her workshop presentations on problem solving and innovative thinking. She challenged students to dissect problems and emerge viable solutions. Future Barbados also sponsored seminars with the international futurist Sinead Bovell, who exposed students to the concept of innovating for future development. We also have another workshop presenter, Lisel Juman, and this was something on making impactful presentations. And you would have seen the energy up here, the confidence, It was really good to see. I can tell that you have grown. We want to thank principals and teachers who work closely with the finalist teams. The schools that you saw today are the schools that showed resilience and they showed stickability. There were other schools, but they dropped out. So I think everybody is a winner. I really think so today. So the principals of Combermere, principals and teachers of Combermere, College and Parry, Graydon Seeley Secondary School, the Ellerslie School, Queen's College, Harrison College, Grandy Adams Memorial Secondary School, Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School, Frederick Smith Secondary School, we salute you. To the parents of students who were involved in the activity, I am sure that your parents got involved. So parents, we thank you for your support, and we would have benefited from your expert advice, I'm sure, here today. So thank you, parents of students. To the ministry officials, we've had people acting in various capacities. We've had judges, we had prize presenters, we also had ushers, etc. To all of them, we say a hearty thank you. And to the organizing team of Pamela Hunt, Troy Belgrave, Henderson Wiltshire, Randy Eastman, Yvette Eswe, yours truly. We were led by the coordinator and chair, Dr. Denise J. Charles. She likes us to say it like that. Who, to my mind, was the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. She was everything bound up in one. But she made sure that this happened and that it happened successfully. So, thank you. For today's program, we would like to thank Henderson Wiltshire for his fervent and humble prayer, the Chief Education Officer for her remarks highlighting the transformational nature of project-based learning and the way forward for Barbados. I would also like to thank the performers from the St. Michael's School, Samara Little, who gave us a rendition on her violin, a musical piece, very talented, very skilled. And from Dighton Griffith, we had Kimani Devonish with music that stirred the soul. I closed my eyes when he was singing because he was really, really good. He is. To Randy Eastman, our event technical coordinator, very versatile, Randy, thank you. To the Media Resource Department for your technical support and live streaming, AccuSongs, technical support, for the lighting, intelligent lighting, for draping, DB Productions, Blaze Trophy for the miniature trophies that I saw on display on the platform, artwork, motion graphics, Gio Romer Design Inc. To the judging panel, I think you all took a long time because there was a fight going on in the back. I imagined it because I thought it was that kind of close. Okay, to judges, we thank you, Donna King Brathwaite, Anthony Yeber, Jamelia Mosley, Gloria Haynes, Dario Walcott, to all the presenters of prizes, all specially invited guests, partners in education from other institutions, like tertiary institutions. I was hoping that like SJPI would be here to see what young people can do, and BCC, and maybe the University of the West Indies. And partners in industry, they are here? Okay, so thank you for coming. Thank you very much. Okay, and I guess this is for future. We are thanking the caterers. The catering by the kitchen caterers. So my job is done. Thank you, audience, for remaining while I did this. And I would like to wish you a very beautiful Wednesday afternoon. The bank holiday has me a bit confused. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy, for that thorough vote of thanks.